up on LeBron. They're putting 3 guys on him. We've got to stop watching him. We've got to have much more ball movement. Our guys have to recognize when they're open, be willing to come to the ball and take the shot. Brett?
And Jim, the Cavs were scoreless the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds of that half. Opening possession, their ball. They will operate in front of Flip Saunders and the Pistons bench here in the second half.
And again, it's about the other guys making themselves available to LeBron. LeBron right now in the second half, he's got to resist the temptation to feel as though he's got to do it by himself. Only 4 points in the first half. Yes, he's got to get involved, but he's got to get involved appropriately.
There's Hamilton with a great fake on Murray. Ilgauskas stays with him, and finishing is Big Ben.
On any one guy as Detroit is loading up on LeBron James.
Eric Snow.
Played right into Detroit's hands as Phillips is able to handle a mismatch.
That'll rebound, won by Tayshaun. Phillips continues to blaze away. He caught fire late in the first half.
From the field. Mismatch right there.
And before the shot,
Screen and the isolation of the guards on big guys, and now it's the guards on little guys.
and Hamilton from the right baseline makes it a 9-point advantage. And a reminder to gear up for the playoffs and caps from the NBAstore.com. Wide selection of styles, all the teams. Shop now at NBA Store and NBAstore.com.
That's what I'm talking about. LeBron James flashing, setting a screen. The best way to get open is to set a screen first and then in some way, shape, or form flash or roll to the ball. A couple of possessions before, LeBron James just stood in the corner. That time, off movement and got a good look.
His first field goal since the opening quarter. And Hamilton responds with a three at the other end.
Can't suppress Rip Hamilton, not even for a couple of possessions. He's going to work you and work you till he gets his look, using every screen that's set for him.
He's the Energizer Bunny on offense, and now he's trying to defend Murray, who comes in high with the layup. Scoring, half-court favors the Pistons. Then is fouled by Ilgauskas and one. So we will take a break as Tayshaun Prince chasing LeBron James. And now it'll be Eric Snow nailing one at the perimeter, making it an 8. The pull-up out there into LeBron's hands again. And just look at the Pistons defensively.
Well, you're right. Joe Dumars is a guy who understands chemistry, playing on those championship teams back in the late 80s, early 90s with Detroit. Knows everybody's got a role.
Call a technical on him, buddy. Call a technical.
Beat you in the submission. Now, Bill, a very good jump shooter, strong rebounder. He played his role to the max.
Flip Murray. He's replaced Larry Hughes, who, in case you did not hear, has not rejoined the team. The tragic death of his younger brother, Justin. He's back home in St. Louis.
Inline create a little fatigue factor. They're going to have to find a way to imitate that.
Flip Murray hits the first three ball of the afternoon for the Cavaliers. Marshall's three, no. Prince is open.
Listen, Varajan, who didn't play the third quarter, with 11. but a lot of guys with 8 and 6 and 9. So the balance is there, and it's a setup to try to free LeBron James and let him work magic in the fourth quarter.
Hamilton opens the fourth with a field goal, and Varajan, Dice. Off the glass. Tough shot for LeBron, who's 4 of 11 here.
Are you starting to feel it right now? LeBron looking for the mid-range shot. Something he didn't do in the first 3 quarters of this ball game, and the thing that he does most effectively.
Phillips, tough baseline turnaround, smooth.
I can expect to see Eric Snow back in this ball game quickly enough for the defensive side of it, being able to contain Chauncey Billups. Damon Jones just can't do it. As good a three-point shooter as he might be in clutch situations.
And Bill Wallace, I thought, hit it. And let's see if they change this. Phillips 6, Lindsey Hunter's back. Marshall in low. Makes it a 3-point game.
And that's what happens if you challenge. Good things will ultimately happen. It's about perseverance, and the Cavs have persevered to this point.
Dice over Varajan.
Played him, he's got to do the same on the other end.
James, tap is good. Daniel Marshall again underneath.
Possession, Cleveland, nice job of getting back in what looked like to be a runaway basket for Detroit.
Evans with a tough rebound, rejected by Marshall. Pick up Lindsey. Cavaliers ball. They've got LeBron. Back to within 1.
You now have to start getting to all the loose balls. And then obviously looking for your big guy on the fast break. And here he is again, making something happen.
Cavaliers lead it.
He may only have 10 points, but he is definitely making things happen in a positive sense.
But they're shooting 54%, shooting the 2-ball. You know which one works better here, folks.
And again, it was all about doing the things you need to win. The defense on the block shot, transition basket. And once again, another look at the transition basket, locating LeBron James in the open floor. You know, that's the best way to get him free.
And Cleveland says, thank you, Gloria. Thank you very much.
Made them better, made a bunch of guys contributors, and again, set the scene for him to bring it home.
Maybe his most important one, however, if they can hold on. Tayshaun Prince.
For this game just yet. They love a challenge. Flip Saunders told us this is what makes this team go. And with this crowd and the comeback by the Cavs.
Underhand turnaround. Oh, my.
With the comeback by the Cavs, this is going to make Detroit stand up and pay attention. But we talked about the fourth quarter potential heroics by LeBron starting to happen, folks.
Did he improvise or what on that last shot? Rasheed is fouled. The maestro comes up with.
Again, LeBron James is at one of the best defenders against him in the league. It's 2 guys on him, and now he just turns, pivots to the baseline where there's no help. That's the key. Goes to the baseline where there's no help.
There it is. They penetrate. Varajan. This is a team that needs to keep taking it inside.
And everybody pays attention to LeBron, and nobody pays attention to Varajan, who just finds that lane to the basket.
Phillips on the attack. Got his own miss. And an assist as McDyess gains the 68 all-time with that field goal.
And we said Detroit likes to rise to the challenge. You present a challenge, an obstacle, no matter how high, they're going to try to climb over it. And Chauncey Billups is the ringleader.
LeBron again.
Involved, good balance. Now you got to play the other guys more honestly. And that leaves even just a sliver of room for LeBron.
Chauncey, the three, tap back to him. Fresh shot.
Right, the hardest working man in the NBA, Ben Wallace, from the wing, got a hand on that ball.
And another foul on the Cavaliers. Barajan on a pick and roll broke wide open again. Stolen by Billups on not a good pass.
That was one of those times that LeBron James should have been selfish. Taking it to the basket, possibly draw the foul.
Here's Rip. Tap. Cavaliers come away again. They survived that Piston assault. Got away with that turnover. 72-70. Cavs have another opportunity inside of 3 minutes. They are basically leaving Barajan. James attacks. It out. Can they climb back into this Eastern Conference semifinal? We are about to find out. Assist for a triple-double. 1 assist. Right now, he is more focused on trying to get a win in this best of 7. Stolen by LeBron James and fouled by Tayshaun Prince.
Again, eyes on the ball like a free safety or a linebacker.
Prince attacks. And there's a foul. Huge trip here for the Cavaliers. Danielle, and the foul is called as Rasheed jumped out and got the elbow. Pistons must score, you would think, on this trip. Rasheed's going to muscle. And there's a foul. 78-74, 120. LeBron takes it down to 7 on the shot. Going to try to close it out with the 3. Yes! LeBron James with the dagger makes it 81-74 and a minute to go. Crowd on its feet at the cue. Everything going Cleveland's way.
But you know what, Brent? They're making their break. Tough defense down the stretch, smothering the ball, forcing a bad angle on that lob to Rasheed Wallace.
15 of the 21 here in the money quarter. A new 23 growing up before our eyes.
And the Cavs need to milk this. LeBron should be taking it with a little bit of time left on the clock.
And Jones nails another 3. This one belongs to the Cavaliers.
And everybody contributed in this one.
Rasheed nails the 3.
They won't go quietly.
Prince knocks it out of bounds. Logged the entire game, Lynn.
Well, again, we talked about how the heroics was set up by the team effort in the first 3 quarters, but you just knew it. You know, we not too subtly foreshadowed the fact that we could see LeBron on the offensive end getting open opportunities, but the defensive end is where he's made his presence as well, again, as hitting shots. They don't have LeBron James.
No, that's very true. And the superstars have stolen this. Now to cut into that lead even further. Ben saves it. Phillips and Rashida come again. Cavaliers ball. Shot clock is off, and the victory's at hand. So the final seconds now will tick away, and the true celebration will begin in earnest.
Well, it goes back to what we talked about at the beginning of this telecast. Similarities between this game 3 and the one with Milwaukee where Detroit was blown out by 20. Detroit played with much more of a purpose, but LeBron was able to overcome